So without further ado, we're going to kick off our Cheltenham preview. And of course, there's only one place to start, and that is on Tuesday with the Supreme Novices Hurdle. And the best prices around at the moment, 13-8, appreciate it. It is 6-1 Metier, 7-1 Ballyadam, 8-1 Soaring Glory, 16-1 Bob Ollinger. Looks like he's going to go, obviously, for the Ballymore, 16-1 Blue Lord, and 25-1 Bar. Right, David Mullins, I'm going to come to you first. Appreciated is a horse that assumed favouritism of the Supreme with a really good performance at Leopardstown over Christmas. We all know, I think, that he would appreciate a little bit further the 2 miles, but can he get the job done? Punter's off to a terrific start in the Supreme.
Yeah, just looking down to it, David, I really did fancy Ballyadam, especially his improvement from his 2 runs at Christmas and then onto the Dublin Racing Festival. I thought he was a great each way price. I thought it was buying money until things came out, and he moved stable, and I'm not a fan of that. So
really,
I see it as a 1-horse race from here on in for Appreciate. If he shows up in the same form as he has the last twice, I don't think there's anything in that race that can beat him.
So just explain to me your concerns. Obviously, we know they're both top trainers, and I'd imagine it's not the actual training techniques. Is it just the late movement from one stable to another and habits and so forth?
Yeah, like it's not a positive. It can't be a positive. Maybe with an older horse, it might do something, but for young horses, grade 1 level, they're novices. I can't see it. I can't see it being a good thing. And I struggle to see him. I was going to say that the good ground or the better ground might suit Ballyadam in Cheltenham, and the sharper track might catch out Appreciate it. But I don't. That's kind of gone out of the equation for me now, and I really only see it as a 1-horse race now.
And what's Appreciated like at home, David? Is he regarded as a superstar among those who know him best?
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's a huge, big horse, big stride on him, big shoulder, going to be a chaser. And I thought until Ballyadam moved stable, I thought it was going to be something like Brave Inca and War of Attrition back in the day. And I thought that's what might happen. That was my view on the race. And, I think they were 2 proper horses. We just don't know where Ballyadam's going to go or fit into his new training regime so close to Cheltenham. But I thought it was going to be a massive spectacle and a race that we could be replaying for a long, long time.
Okay, that's interesting then. A little bit of a negative from David Mullins with regard to Ballyadam. Mikey, Appreciated. Everybody loves to get stuck into a short price favourite in the first. We've seen Willie with so many favourites in the Supreme. Some of them have done the business. Some of them have been beaten by superstars like Min was with Altior. Where do you see Appreciated? Is he another Duvan? Is he another Vautour? You think he's that good?
I agree with David. He's a magnificent looking horse, massive big chaser. He's like driving a massive car in the motorway. He just moves beautifully. He's a great ride, great jumper, but I'd be just worried he's going to get caught out 2 mile on the Supreme Novice. I didn't think it was a great race. He won the last day in Leopardstown. I didn't think we went. I thought he had the run of the race, and I just think the ground will probably be the same. I give Ballyadam a chance in it around Cheltenham, and possibly Blue Lord will probably be ridden a bit handier as well. I just think he might get caught for a little bit of toe if they gang up around him down over the second last. I just feel he might get done for toe. I think he's too. Look, he may well win, but for me, no chance of I'd be backing him at 6-4. I just think he'll just get done on the first day over 2 miles.
Well, my ears pricked there because I'd like to think I was one of the founding members of the Blue Lord fan club. I think this is a good horse. I think he has a big chance, and I know you live with Brian Cooper. Brian Cooper rode him against Appreciated last time. What did he tell you?
He ran well and stayed galloping. Obviously, Appreciated is very good, but a Blue Lord had a hard race only about 20 days before that in Naas, and I'd say I don't think it was his best running Blue Lords, and I think at 12-1 he'd be more my each way value in the race. I don't think there's as much between Appreciate and Blue Lord as there is on the prices. So for me, it'd be like Ballyadam, Blue Lord, better each way value, and a toss of a coin between the two. Marginally, Ballyadam, I think he ran well. and just Cheltenham will suit him. Obviously, the thing going to Henry's, David thinks it might be a worry, and I thought it is a bit of a worry. Like, Gordon has a way of just freshening these horses up before Cheltenham, and look at Henry's a master at it too. Look, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully, you know what I mean. I'd say a lot of his work is done, and I'm sure Henry would have been talking to someone in Gardens or whatever like that, and he'll be bringing him over there spot on. So for me, I'm not on the appreciated team. It'll be Ballyadam is for me, and then my each way bet would be Blue Lord.
Excellent. Donn McClean, obviously Metier, it seems to be the leading British hope at the minute for Harry Fry, obviously an ex-Irish horse. Were you impressed with Metier in the Tolworth?
I was, David, but it was very heavy ground. Like the Tolworth Hurdle, it's always run on heavy ground, and you get totally different conditions when you come to Cheltenham. So I'm not sure as the Tolworth Hurdle as a guide that it's that good a guide. I think the Irish novices look better. Soaring Glory was impressive as well in winning the Betfair Hurdle the other day, but he won off a mark of 133. They gave him £10, so 143. That's still a way short of what's going to be required to win a Supreme Novices Hurdle. So I agree with Blue Lord quite a lot, but I was hoping to back him for the Ballymore, and I think have they decided now, David, that they're going for the Supreme Novices Hurdle?
I think so, yeah, I think so. Well, I hope so, but I think so.
And look, maybe that will suit him, but I just thought that, okay, he got beaten by Bob Ollinger in the Grade 1 race, the Lawless and Ace race over 2.5. And he was keen that day, and you kind of watch that race and think, dropping back to 2 miles, that will suit him better. But I just thought if he could settle better, I think 2.5 miles will be his trip. I think he's a kind of a staying horse. Even when he won when he beat Julie Stowaway on his debut, it took him all of the 2 miles to go and win it. And if he hadn't been as keen as he was in the Lawless and Ace race, he still finished second to Bob Ollinger, even with running as keenly as he did. And then I just thought last time as well in the Chanel Farmer race, he shaped like a horse that would be better over further again. And I'd be more interested in Blue Lord for the Ballymore than for the Supreme. But that said, in the Ballymore, he'd want over 2.5. He'd want to settle a bit better. So I was thinking maybe a Hud or something, or maybe just drop right in like Paul Tennant did last year on Fernie Hollow in the bumper. Speaking of which, Appreciated was the 2.5 mile horse this year, wasn't it? He was Willie's mile horse, and Fernie Hollow was the 2 mile horse. Now with Fernie Hollow out and suddenly Appreciated, he's won his 2 races over 2 miles, or his 3 races over 2 miles. So now he's going over 2 miles. But I still think he's probably going to be better over further. I just think that's the way he's always shaped. And while he showed pace enough to beat Ballyadam the last day, I agree with the lads. I think Ballyadam will get closer to him if you take it's interesting to hear David's thoughts on the change in yard, because we just don't know how that's going to impact on horses. But if David thinks that it's going to have a negative, I mean, it probably won't be a positive. Moving yards so close to Cheltenham won't be a positive. Even though Henry Bromhead's a top class trainer, we know that. It's just if it will be a negative and how big a negative it's going to be. So that's going to be a factor all the way through the Cheveley Park horses. So in a nutshell, if Blue Lord were going to Ballymore, I'd be interested in him. But I think maybe Ballyadam should be a bit closer to Appreciated in the betting than he is.
Okay, so at the moment, the best price on Ballyadam is 7-1. Diarmuid Nolan, I'm hoping you're going to kick off with a big firework here and just tell us this is your banker to meet, and this horse is a good thing, that you're going to find us something, get the ball rolling that people can get excited about. Am I right?
Yeah, I was very, very keen on Ballyadam. Like, I was unbelievably keen on him, but the form itself from Christmas and everything else. But David there is kind of nearly half turned me off him. Like, I mean, through the process of elimination, you can slim yourself very quickly down to just 2 horses here. Appreciated and Ballyadam. I mean, Metier won the Tolworth, but he beat Shake 'em Up Harry. He was kicked out of the way in 8 in the Betfair Hurdle. Soaring Glory won off 133, but in third that day was Edward Stone, nearly giving him a stone. Edward Stone himself was kicked out of the way last year in the Supreme. It's just not strong enough form. Blue Lord is a very good each way poke, but I'm not sure how naturally quick he is. And I thought that it came down between Ballyadam and Appreciated. And Ballyadam, that was his first run since being sick at Christmas at the Dublin Racing Festival. And as much as Jack Kennedy is flawless most of the time, I just thought that this horse would benefit from one sustained effort after the last. I thought he got to appreciate it soon enough, which meant that Appreciate It then could just kind of kick away from him. So I was very confident on Ballyadam just before David Mullins started talking, and I'm kind of coming back down off that now a small bit, but I still think Ballyadam, if he's anyway okay there, I think he will just have too much pace. Because Dave, I can't get that image of Fernie Hollow just easily going past Appreciate It last year up the hill. Just completely did him for toe, and I think Ballyadam could do the exact same thing.
Tell you something, David Mullins, they have some respect for you. Tell you, they're all mad and Ballyadam this, hold on a second now. David Mullins says he won't like the change of stable. Your reputation's on the line here, Dave.
I was mad on Ballyadam. I tipped him up on the Final Furlong podcast last week, and I couldn't get enough of him. I thought it was a free bet each way. I thought he was a good thing nearly. There's not much between them. If you're giving me the choice of either the two at 6-4, I'd have taken him, but it's not. I can't be a positive. Henry de Bromhead, very good trainer, master of his job, but it's to do with the horses. We just don't know. We don't know whether the horse is going to fit in. Did he eat up for the first week? Did he not? I don't know. Has he ever been away from home before? He's never ran. He didn't run in the bumper or anything last year. So I can't be confident on him anymore.
Well, you're held in very high regard anyway, because your people's opinions are being affected by yours. So that's quite interesting. That's a good start for you now. That's a good start. Dean Ryan, can you make this sense of this Supreme Novices Hurdle?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've obviously got the right favourite. Appreciate It may have surprised Willie Mullins and Connections by being the 2-mile horse for him this year, but when they ran the last day and Ballyadam tried to make the move to come past him, I thought he lengthened up nicely, and I think he showed enough pace to be the price that he is. So I definitely make him the right favourite. But I think from a punting point of view, something is going to come and try and scoot past him. If they get past him, then that might be enough. Ballyadam would be the one that you'd think could do it. And the other one that I think could do it is definitely Blue Lord. I thought it fell into the race a little bit in that Chanel Farmer. I just thought it came. Maybe they can ride a bit handier. There was plenty keen behind Bob Ollinger, definitely in the Lawless Hurdle. And I would give Blue Lord a pretty strong each way fancy. And from a punting point of view, why not back Ballyadam and Blue Lord each way? And you might just collect the win. And I think you'll collect both on the place. I think they're the two. Of the UK contingent, Metier has only been beaten handicaps. I know the races aren't handicaps, but Shake 'em Up Harry and stuff like that. He wasn't fantastic in Ireland either. Harry Fry's done a great job with him, and I know he's his star going into the meeting, but I just can't have him. Soaring Glory, again, that handicap form looks strong. I think he's plenty short enough at what is he, 8-1 now. So yeah, I think you can play them both. Blue Lord at the prices is definitely an each way play. This is where they're going to go. You'd imagine he'd come on plenty. And as much as it's a negative that Ballyadam isn't with his previous stable, he's gone to very good hands. I wouldn't be that concerned as David Mullins is, but he knows horses better than me. I think you can play them both, David. I don't see the problem in backing them both at the current prices and taking on the favourite.
Excellent. So there you go. That's our Supreme Novices Hurdle preview. And as I said already, I'd be a big Blue Lord fan. I think, like Dean said, I think he can scoop some of the place money. Moving on.